What is going on, everybody? I'm Spencer Tillis.
I'm Trayvon Miles.
And this, of course, is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in today's episode, a big Henlopen North showdown last night as Cape squared off against Sussex Central. We'll show you who got the win.
That's right. And on the field hockey side of things, two giants in the state of Delaware met up early this week when Delmar traveled to take on Polytech.
Plus, the lead in the Bayside South on the line as Bennett's boys soccer team was taking on Stephen Decatur. Spoiler alert, 80 minutes, not enough to decide that one. But we got to start with one of the biggest high school football games on the shore this week. We had it circled. We thought it'd be pretty good. We weren't wrong.
Yes.
I tell you what, they were
right.
playing over there in Centerville last night. Queen Anne's, well, they were squaring off against Easton. They put on a show. The Warriors would come out swinging early on in this thing. Mason Ledford back to pass, and he's going to find his man, TJ Nixon, right here. That's going to be good for 6 points as they would grab the early lead. And they were up at halftime, but back come the Lions in the second half. It's going to be handoff up the middle right here. That'll be actually the quarterback calling his own number as Mike D'Angelo takes it all the way in for the score. Shortly after that, a few possessions, and well, they're going to stretch that lead after Jaikel Gardner gets the handoff. He busts loose from about midfield and then keeps on going, and that would make it a 10-point lead. Warriors out of it, or not. Here they come. Ledford drops back again, finds Nixon. He wasn't even supposed to play, but he had a huge game. Another touchdown right there. Last chance now for the Warriors. Driving late, need to make something happen, but check this out. The ball gets tipped and intercepted by Jordan Callahan right there. Game-saving pick. The Lions make it happen, 26-20 the final. And I tell you what, how about them Lions? I tell you, Lions and Kent Island both supposed to be rebuilding. Don't tell them that because they are right there at the thick of things.
Such thing.
I tell you what, too, it's a tough one right now for Easton. They are vastly improved from a year ago, don't get me wrong. But they could have probably beat North Carolina, and they just barely lost by one in that one. Had an opportunity to win this one. I mean, they are knocking on the door, but with the way things work in Maryland, I mean, you know as well as I do that you got to win games. It's not everybody gets in. So starting to run out a little time, but they're right where they want to be. I think they just got to have a strong finish this year.
Still have a little bit of time left, like you said. They got to close the door on this schedule, I definitely say so. Like you said, Maryland is a lot different than the state of Delaware. And as for the state of Delaware, we had another great matchup in that first state. One loss, Sussex Central taking on, fresh off their win against Sussex Tech, taking on one loss, Cape Henlopen. And I tell you what, Cape would lead this game 16-7, down 9. Central's Tim Jones busts in for a 5-yard touchdown. 2-point game with about 9 minutes left. Ensuing kickoff, Cape's Curtis Purnell ducking and dodging and juking and jiving, taking it all the way up the field, past midfield.
Come on, young fella.
Vikings with great field position, just to run out the clock right. Hand it off to Jerry Harden. It's a fumble. Ball is on the carpet. Central gets it back with 4 minutes to go. They march it down the field, and with a minute left to go, they would miss this 35-yard kick right here as Cape would go on to win a huge game, 16-14. And Lewis, look at him going crazy over there on the sideline. I tell you what, a big statement. Yes, exactly. A big statement win for Cape Henlopen. There was some kind of misconception early on in the year when they lost that big game to Oakdale.
Oakdale's good.
Across the bridge. They are a very good team, people. Just because we don't see them weekly doesn't mean they're not good. That is a tough team over there in Frederick County. But as far as Cape goes, their front seven is a tough bunch. So when you put up 14, when you only allow 14 points to a team like Sussex Central, who we just saw manhandle Sussex Tech up and down the field, controlling the trenches, you know that they're legit. And I tell you what, Kobe Wright, their leader in the middle of the field, middle linebacker as well as fullback, he's as big as us. So
large man.
Yeah, he's a very big guy. So I just think that the sky's the limit for this Cape team.
Yeah, I think
this could be the year they make it into the playoffs.
Possibly. I think there was a lot of ice being used after that game because there was a lot of meat between those two teams. We'll stick with a little football. It was homecoming this afternoon over at Delmar as they are in a pretty good showdown, trying to go 2-0 in the Henlopen South as they were squaring off against a Lake Forest squad. Spartans, a bit of a rebuilding year, and the Wildcats, rather, would be taking advantage early on. They came out firing. Jimmy Adkins back to pass, and he finds Tyshawn Denard, right there on a 20-yard strike as they would build a 2-score lead. Then after the Spartans fumbled, Delmar would build a 21-0 lead as Atkins airs it out again, finds Isaac Austin. 41 yards later, they are way up. Wildcats then got defensive in the second half. Lake trying the sweep right here, but Brooks Parker rips the ball away and gets the takeaway. They're going the other way. Last play of the game, and well, if you're going to have a last play right here for Lake Forest, why not? Xavier Daniels airs it deep down the field, finds Cam Lewis, and he takes that thing all the way 81 yards to the house. The Cats still get that win, though, 21-7 the final.
Parkside taking on North Carolina. This was supposed to be a great game for Parkside. Niall Oji trying to get something going. A great run right here on the first down. That's the only highlight we got of them because they absolutely got blown out right here. Cody Pepper finding Robbie Brakely in the end zone for the touchdown for North Carolina. And then they would put on a show on the ground. You know about the great running back they have, David Bailey Jr. Get a load of Wyatt Gross. He had a big game last night. Takes it up the middle right there. Takes it close to the goal line. Next play, Gross going to finish off what he started. This was supposed to be a good game, as I said. Parkside did not show up last night in Ridgely. What's going on, Parkside? They lose this game 42-10.
Get out of the kitchen, man. Too hot right now. Bennett was taking on Kent Island. Strangest game I've ever seen in my life, at least starting one. The Bucks strike first with a field goal. Then a high snap right there results in a safety. Then, well, another bad snap. That'll result in another safety. And just like that, the Bucks are up 7-0 at that point. And then Kent Island really got going. It's Braden Doyle right here breaking loose up the middle. 41 yards to the house. Dustin for Prince. He was not touched. Then shortly after that, it's Austin Ryan. He's able to punch one in as well. Kent Island doing what Kent Island does. Then they put it away. Doyle one more time. O'Doyle rules, and so does this man right here. The touchdown is good. 35-0 the final over there.
Kent County visiting winless Decatur on homecoming. Decatur came out strong. Allen Means going up the middle 15 yards for a touchdown. Hawks go up 10-0. But Kent County has this guy. Have you heard of him, Spencer? Name's Marquand Green. He's playing quarterback these days.
What?
He's throwing to Deshaun Lister. 43 yards, get off of me. That's a touchdown right there. 43 yards for a touchdown. And then they have another guy. Actually, that's the same guy playing running back now. Marquand Green, another touchdown for the Bayside's all-time leader. Kent County gets it done. 39-20.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Well, yes. Indian River, they were at home in a big one in the South, taking on Laurel. Indians strike first. It's Gerald Foreman right here. G-Man making it happen. Bust loose, 42 yards to the house.
You're going to win the South.
Indians up at that point. That's right, you said that. But back come those dogs. Perez Nichols calls his own number, gets to the outside, and showboating a little bit. I like it, getting to the end zone right there for the score. Problem was, well, as Indians defense would lock it down from there. A bunch of them are going to gang up for a big-time sack right here. Now, Andrew White was the hero in this thing for IR. He kicked the game-winning field goal with under a minute to go as the Indians got the win, 24-22 the final.
Y-High hosting Washington for homecoming. A lot of people picked the Jags in this one. Third play of the game, they fumble it away, and Malik Johnson comes up with it for the Tribe. Y-High already with a 7-0 lead. Jason Patterson rolling out. He's going to find Keandre Carlson on the sideline, wide open. 47 yards later, he is into the end zone for another touchdown. That was 14-0, 8 minutes into the game. Washington trying to get anything to go here. Rashawn Fitzgerald gets a punt, making a little bit of moves, and he's up the sideline. Takes it back 31 yards. That drive was stalled, but this one would not. Carlson, again, taking the pitch, 10 yards to the house. Y-High all over Washington on homecoming, 37-0.
Yeah, Y-High is back, baby.
No, stop it.
Rich at home scoring off against Colonel Richardson last night. CSD rolling. It's C.J. Brummel right here sneaking up the middle, and, well, he's going to go into the end zone for the score. Shortly after that, Kobe Rourke, another good run right here. They had over 200 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground, the Vikings did. Last play of the game, Colonel's going to make it count. Jake Zebron back to pass, finds Charles Clauderson right here wide open. That is good for a touchdown. CSD, though, they roll 41-6 the final.
Polytech at home taking on Dover. Senators strike first. Derico Cooper getting a handoff straight up the middle. He's able to punch it in for the Senators. Panthers, they would try to get back in this thing a little bit. Their defense would help them out. Matthew Gordy going to get to Jalen McGee right here, force a fumble. Unfortunately, Dover would recover, but Dover's defense was the one scoring the points in this game. A knockaway right here by Bradley Annual. He's there to scoop it up as well. He's taking it all the way the other way for the touchdown. Dover beats up on Polytech 43-0.
And Cesar Rodney was taking on Sussex Tech last night in a battle of two teams underperforming. And early on, CR's defense was making it happen. Najee Whitted comes up with the fumble recovery, goes all the way the other way into the end zone for the score. Back come those Ravens. Jordan Waters takes the handoff up the gut. Good for a touchdown. They got 2 from Isaiah Brown as well. and then the defense would do the rest. I don't know who he was throwing to right here, but Tay Hatfield just does a fair catch, makes the interception. Ravens defense hold it down. They get the win, 27-12 the final.
Seaford taking on Milford last night. Milford looking to strike. William Kimmel back to pass. Picked off right there by Stephon Short. Certainly that pass was intercepted by the legend of Zebo, I would say. Still
Probably.
Scoreless right here. David Bowman with a 40-yard run up the middle to give Milford their first lead of the game in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, Milford would keep on driving. This time, it's their big fullback, Dominic Covington, rolling up the sideline, 26 yards for a score. Milford undefeated. They win this one 52-8.
As for our other two games this week, Woodbridge putting on a number at St. John Paul, 40-0, and Nandoa earns a big road win as well, 53-14 over Snow Hill.
Hey man, so we're not done yet.
Not just yet.
We're not done yet. We're done our football stuff. We still got something coming up very special next. More action ahead. When we come back, we're rolling out the latest editions of the DSI Power Rankings. This guy's going to give me some briefs. See if your team sticks around to make the top 5.
I'm Coach Brendan Riley, head football coach of the Parkside Rams, and we're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider on WMDT.